Hey folks, Mike Bazzine here, and welcome to the Thursday Night Feed Supercars America's Week 2. We're back at Sebring. I really like this track. I just wish that my results in the past here were better. This is a track, it's really easy to make, like, catastrophic mistakes, and set yourself way back, take yourself out of the race entirely. Yeah, it's also one of those tracks that really, makes you think you're driving, better than maybe you really are. You push a little bit harder, you push a little bit harder, you push a little bit harder, and as soon as you cross that line, it's all over with. There is nothing small here. Car feels decent. It's a little bit loose, but it's not. I feel like I could go drifting if I wanted to. Like, I can kind of like hang the back end out, and just hold it there. It's right on that edge. I hesitate to say that it's dangerous, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility of me maybe spinning tonight, which again goes back to getting too overconfident with the car and, keeping your shit in check. It's not rained, I don't think. Yeah, the track is dry, but we are supposed to... There is a chance for some weather tonight, so we'll see how that goes. We'll have to keep an eye on the sky and an ear for the spotter. Yeah, we got some weather coming in from the east, which is going to be this back section of the track. I'm kind of interested. We've had races that have started in damp conditions and dried off. We had a full rain race. What was it? End of last season. It'll be interesting if we get a race where we transition off of dry tires and onto wets. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. 12th place in car number 12. By the way, did I mention we have like 29 cars here tonight? Yeah, I'll take that. Cam's going to be right in front of me, it looks like. Christian bumped way up. So the first thing I do before I grid is I'm going to look at the weather. I'm going to look at the radar, see what the future holds. Oh, it's going to rain like 10 minutes in.
We expect rain soon. You're on a dry tyre. You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over.
I think that's everything.
Half the field is on the grid.
Probably going to go to a wet tire. We'll see. If that's the case, I'm going to stay out on dries as long as I feel safe. So it'll be interesting. I'm sure everybody else is thinking the same thing. We'll have to pay attention to how people start pitting.
Welcome back, Pete.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Mike. Good to see you.
Green flag. 20 laps to go. Left side. Still there, hold your line. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear. tell you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained.
Sorry, that's me.
Car right. Clear on the right. The session has been declared wet.
Oh boy, oh boy. Whoa!
Go left. Right side. Clear. You're in the top 10. Good job. You got a slow car on the right. Car stopped on the right. You have about 5 laps of fuel left. You got a slow car on the right. Car right. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left. The leader's pitting now.
Shit.
The leader's pitting now.
Fitting in.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Oh, Jesus. Damn it. Fuck. I should have pitted 1 lap earlier. I wasn't in my pit window yet. I might have to stop again.
All clear. Punch it. Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left. Right side. Clear on the right. Left side. Keep to the right. Clear on the left. Car right. Keep to the left. Clear on the right. go, this time by. We expect these conditions to continue. Thurs at the start-finish line. Now. 5 laps to go.
Sorry, Ryan, that was, I was hit from behind, man. If there's any consolation in the back of your car, it looks alright.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel left. We expect light rain soon.
What are you doing, Pete?
that up.
Two more, let's go.
Cheers, Eric.
That's too hot.
White flag, white flag. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Shit, I did the same thing.
You got a slow car on the left. Go right, left side, clear on the left.
I'm lucky the traffic stopped that battle and ended this ball. Well done.
Rain is going to get heavier.
Whew, thanks, man. Yeah, that was crazy. I thought I was done, man. Once I put it in the wall before I hit it and had to hit that lap earlier, I thought, oh, that's it. 12 seconds of required repairs. I thought I was done, but luckily the rain was done. Well done, Mr. Young, Bob.
Yeah, cheers, Tim. Yeah, wasn't expecting the rain. That was a bit of a yeah, bit fun. But yeah, the Euro one that went live earlier was dry all the way through.
Yeah, good race, boys.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
Rain at the stage.
Okay, we'll get them next time.
Yeah, I messed my fuel up in the previous race. I ended up with 6 laps to go. I had 5 laps of fuel.
No problem about this race with the rain coming in the second half.
Yeah, can you believe it? I finished with over a lap left. So I got the fuel now that I needed in the last race.
So that's the only reason I managed to pit that lap earlier was because of the rain. Otherwise, yeah, I would have been screwed. I would have had the fuel saved.
Again, right, sorry about that contact with the hairpin mate, it's got really got on, so become late for them.
Garrett, we're going to have another race same time tomorrow. There's a bunch of time slot, quote-unquote, leagues that run for these cars. Take a look in the forums and find whatever works for you.
Pit box in 10. Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in. 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
That was wild. That was crazy. But hey, started and finished 12th, so not bad. Not good, but not bad. Yeah, did not expect the rain to come that hard that quickly. I thought that we would have, oh, geez, sorry. I thought that we would have a, maybe a couple laps leeway to figure it out. But no, it's like all of a sudden it sprinkled to come. I hit sprinkles on like the second lap. So I'm like, okay, well, we're getting off to an to early start. And then they kind of like faded in and out for, what was that? Probably like 5 or 6 laps. And then it started coming down, and then it just came down. Like, the first indication that I had that the track was getting wet, the first time the car slipped, it's like, okay, and then very next lap, the track was completely gone. Yeah, I think a bunch of us had that idea. I know I scared the ever-loving shit out of Cam coming on the kind of east side of the course. Between him and Christian, we're running on, we're coming off of corners weird. We're all struggling. We're still out on slicks. It's way too wet out for slicks. I had a head of steam coming, and I'm just like, I'm gonna regret it if I let him have this. I tried to sneak in front of him. I swear to God, I saw like the visor of his helmet go across the mirror. We were that close. How we didn't hit each other, I'll never know. I'll bet you we couldn't have been more than that far apart. So I'm sure I'll hear about that. Sorry about that, Cam. And he got back around me and made a pit stop. Yeah, and the Sunset Bend at the end of the Ullman Straight, right before the pits, that seemed to get wet the fastest. And of course, it's like the most critical part of the track. Because, yeah, I went bombing into that turn. I thought I had it pretty decently, timed, and I went for the brakes, and the car just went dead straight. So it started, got into the brakes, clicking down gears, just keep the thing out of the fence, get it back on the track, get it in the pits, get it off of these dry, slick tires. Oh my God, that was crazy. And I just miscalculated by a lap. I didn't think that I didn't think that the rain was going to come that quick. If I'd have pitted a lap earlier, it probably would have panned out a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know. That was crazy though. I'm gonna have to like digest what I could, how I could recognize this in the future. Based on what I saw in the weather, is that still? No, this is all different. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the radar, it does go from like calm to severe pretty quick. So maybe I need to pay more attention to that in the future. Like one of those deals where you got to look at the radar and determine, that once the rain comes, it's gonna come. Or if it's maybe a little bit more tapered off, maybe we do push to see how long we can stay out on slicks for. But the car ran great. I don't know if you guys heard me talking during the pit stop, but the one of the other reasons that I wanted to stay out was that I wasn't in my pit window yet, and my pit window assumes that my pit window always assumes that the race is going to be dry. So I was still a couple of laps out from the pit window. Of course, once you go onto rain tires, and our pace slowed down. I think I had a couple of laps that were like 20 seconds off pace. Once the rain finally came, and that obviously is gonna back up your fuel strategy. So I by the time the race is over with, I think I had like another probably lap or two left in the tank by the time I parked the car here in the pits. So yeah, so that's something to think of. I don't really know how I'd plan for that, because I mean my little calculator on here isn't smart enough to know how to figure that out. My calculator doesn't even know how to figure out going a lap down. But yeah, I thought when I saw Cam and Christian like 10 seconds ahead of me, I thought, maybe, but I wasn't making time on them, and it turned into, well, they're going to have to start making mistakes. Cam, I don't think, made any mistakes. Christian might have made a couple. I don't even know where Jason Fewens came from. Just all I could do was just try and punch out the straightest, smoothest, fastest laps that I could, and see what else happened. And I almost got Christian at the end there. If I had like one more lap, I think I might have had him. But yeah, rain racing is fun, man. I like this stuff. So, okay, that was cool. And unlike last weekend, I didn't wreck the car. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I certainly did. And I will see you next time. Take it easy. Have a good one.